Hey friends, welcome to today's video. Today we are talking about everything I've been loving lately. So we have a good lineup of some makeup, skincare, a little bit of hair care, a little bit of fashion items to share with you. These are all products that I've been loving and I think you will love too. I'm very excited about today's video because I have a major special sponsorship for today's video. I teamed up with Google, you guys. Google! So later in the video we will get to that portion of the video, but I'm going to be sharing something that I have been loving that I discovered from the Google Holiday 100. So we will get to that in a bit, but let's go ahead and jump right in. Okay, let's talk about this foundation. I have been loving this foundation, and I hate to admit that because this guy is really pricey, but this is the Sisley Phyto Tint Perfection Foundation. I purchased this from Bluemercury a couple months ago. You guys have heard me talk about it. It has been a favorite for a few months now. This is quite possibly the best foundation I have ever worn. I mean, that's crazy to say, right? Because there are so many incredible foundations out there, but this just is my perfect foundation. And I want to stress my perfect foundation because foundation is such a personal thing, right? It's really going to depend on, what your needs are for foundation, how much coverage you like, what skin issues you're dealing with to determine how a foundation is going to perform on your skin. For me, this just is perfection. There's nothing I would change about it. This is exceptional coverage. It is ultra long wearing. In fact, on the testers, when I was looking at the differences between this Sisley foundation and the others that they carry, one said long wearing, this one said ultra long wearing, and that's what I love about it. This will get me through, sunrise to sundown and beyond. Great coverage. The finish of it is a very, very nice, natural, like radiant matte finish, if that makes sense. It doesn't look flat and matte and dry, but it's also not wet and dewy and glowy. I think it's absolutely beautiful. And again, it just looks phenomenal all day long. It is very pricey, but in my opinion, this is a product that I will repurchase forever. It is so good. Okay, let's jump into a concealer that I have been loving. I've been talking about this for a couple months as well. This is the Best Skin Ever concealer from Sephora. It's part of the Sephora collection, and I wear the shade 08P, although it's a little bit too light for me. I'm gonna go in and pick up a more peachier shade. But what I love about this concealer is just how nice and lightweight it is. It's very lightweight, but the coverage is exceptional. It blends out like a dream, gives great coverage. It doesn't look dry or cakey underneath the eyes. It lasts all day. It's really, really beautiful. And again, the texture is nice and lightweight. So I think it's great for mature skin or under eyes that have a little bit of texture, fine lines, wrinkles. It just lays beautifully on the skin. It's very, very nice. Very, very beautiful concealer formulation. Okay, let's hop over to skincare. I've been using this for a couple months now, and I love this. This is from City Beauty. This is the Gentle Glow Nourishing Cleanser. And what I love about this, it's a jelly cleanser, a lightweight jelly cleanser. What I love about this is this removes everything. This removes all of my makeup, my eye makeup, my mascara, and it does not irritate the eyes. It doesn't burn or sting the eyes. It really, really is gentle while also being very effective. So typically I will remove my eye makeup with my cellar water on like a cotton round and remove most of my eye, or pretty much all my eye makeup and most of my face makeup, and then I'll go in with my cleanser. There have been several times though where I've been just too lazy to do that, and I'll just take this and I'll do quite a bit of pumps. I will say that you do need to do quite a bit of pumps in this because the dispenser just does a little bit and I like to do a lot. So I'm not going to do that because I'll waste it, but I'll do like maybe 6 or 8 pumps of this when I have a full face of makeup on, and I'll just go in the shower, really work it into the mascara and my eye makeup, and there's no irritation, you guys. And I have very sensitive eyes, like very sensitive eyes. So this does not irritate me at all. And again, it's very effective. It doesn't leave the skin feeling stripped or dry at all. It's really nice. So if you have dry skin, I think you'll like it. If you have sensitive skin or sensitive eyes, I will think you will like this. For being such a gentle cleanser, it is extremely effective. So really, really love this. I might have a discount code for City Beauty, so check the description box. If I do, I will definitely link it down below, but this is a good one. Okay, let's talk setting sprays. I am still loving this setting spray from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray Matte Blurring. This is the best setting spray I have ever used, you guys. If you like a mattifying setting spray, if you like something that's going to matte the skin, you might not like that. You might want to keep some glow and some radiance to the skin, but this truly does give a soft matte finish. It does blur, and man, it locks makeup in. You know, there are other setting sprays that also lock makeup in and I think are really effective in that sense. But this one just adding that blurring benefit and also that mattifying benefit, this is so good for me. If you have oily skin, I think you will love this one. If you live in a really humid or hot climate, although we're getting into the fall and winter months, maybe that's not a concern, but this one is phenomenal. I think it's a little less intense as the one size. That one also is very, very like heavy duty, and I love that one too. I would say this is just like as effective, but just a little step down in terms of like, I don't know, I hate to use the word harsh because I really love the one size, but this feels a little more gentle, but still gives you that long lasting result. The next product is actually two brushes from the BK Beauty Nikki LaRose Pro Artist Series Volume 2 collection. And I'm excited to share this because this is back in stock, you guys, and this would make the perfect gift for Christmas. So I love this brush set. I've been using them all, but my two really favorites this month, actually I have three favorites this month, are the N18. This is great for contouring, for bronzer. Today I used it for powder bronzer with the next product that I'll be sharing with you. It's really great. You really just load the brush up and just kind of stamp it and press it onto the skin. It picks up product and deposits and blends out as well. If you really want to sheer or lighten the application, you can do more of a sweeping motion, but otherwise you can just kind of stamp it. It's so great for cream formulas or liquid formulas because it's dense, but it also has some give and some softness to it. So it allows you to really have high impact with your application, but still get a seamless, beautiful blend. So I love, love this brush. Also the N20, you guys. Oh, this is like the star of the show for me. I love them all, but this one is really my favorite from the collection. This is a diffuser brush, and I love to use this for blush. In fact, I used it today for my blush for a product that is going to be, I'll be sharing with you in just a bit. It's great for liquid. It's great for cream blushes. It's also great for powder. Today I used it for powder and I mixed a couple of shades. This is going to apply your blush in a nice light application, but really give you the option to build up. So the fibers are longer at the very tip, but then just below that, there's a little bit more density. So if you want to get more impact, you can have more pressure or kind of stipple or press onto the skin. You'll get more impact. But if you want really light sheer application, just use the tip of those fibers and softly apply and blend onto the skin. If you're using like a highlighter, using this method will really give a beautiful soft highlight. This brush is fantastic, you guys. And then I'm also adding its little baby sister, the N20S, to the mix in this month's favorite because this is really great for liquid or cream shadows, which I always use. I love to use these with like the Makeup by Mario long wear cream shadows. These are so nice. I'll just do a little swipe on my lid and then I'll take this brush to diffuse and blend it out. So these are my three favorite brushes of the month. They are part of the BK Beauty Nikki LaRose Pro Artist Series, you guys, Volume 2, back in stock. We sold out of this in 6 hours when we launched originally, but it's back in stock and it would make the perfect holiday gift. Speaking of gift giving, I'm really excited to jump into my next favorite in partnership with Google Shopping. So speaking of gift giving, I have to share something that has honestly been making my holiday shopping so much easier this year. Thanks so much to Google for sponsoring this portion of the video, and shout out to Skims for partnering with me on today's video. So if you're like me, you probably stress about finding the perfect holiday gifts for everyone in your life. There are always those people on your list that are just so hard to shop for, and I never know if what I'm gifting them is something that they're actually gonna love. Recently, I learned about the Google Holiday 100. It's Google's yearly list of the top trending products from the entire year. Basically, it is the secret to unwrapping the holidays and being that friend or family member who always gives the perfect gifts. Since the list is based on search trends, you already know that people are gonna love what you pick out. You can scroll through different categories and collections, which is exactly how I discovered this Skims Soft Lounge Sleep Set. So I'm always wearing a matching pajama set at home, so I know for me, this would literally be the perfect gift. And if you're not sure what to get someone, honestly, just ask Google. It is that easy. Okay, so let's talk about the Skims set and how it landed in my favorites for the month. First of all, the fabric. Oh my gosh. It is their viral soft lounge material, and it is seriously the softest thing that you will ever wear. It is so lightweight, it's comfortable, and it just feels so luxe and comfy. Plus, it comes in sizes extra, extra small all the way up to 4X, so it's truly inclusive and a gift that will work for anyone. I'm wearing it in white, and I'm wearing an extra, extra small. The fit is so relaxed, and it is so comfy. I'm definitely gonna grab another color for myself and pick up a few for holiday gifts this year. I'm going to link to the Google Holiday 100 in the description box so you can check it out and get inspired. I'm definitely using it to finish out my holiday shopping and getting gifts people will actually love. Okay, so let's get back into the video and check out the rest of my favorites. Okay, let's jump right back in. I have a foundation to share with you, and this one comes at a better price point than the Sisley. It's from the Sephora collection, and this is the Best Skin Ever foundation. It's a 16-hour foundation that has a natural radiant finish. So it's just going to leave the skin looking very radiant and healthy without looking glowy or shiny. It compares to the Sisley very similarly in terms of the finish and the feel, I think. I think the Sisley offers more coverage. This still gives a nice solid medium coverage. The Sisley really can be built up to full coverage. I think the Sisley is like ultra long wearing. I feel like on me, it lasts even longer than this. Like this might require a touch up from me like 6 to 8 hours in, where the Sisley, I feel like I'll put on in the morning and I don't even need to think about it or touch my foundation up at all. It literally looks as fresh 12 hours later as it did when I first applied it. So they're both beautiful foundations though. And obviously the price point on this is going to be much better. I love this. It's so good. If you haven't tried this, I'm pretty sure this is a relatively new product launch, but it's very beautiful. So highly recommend this if you're looking for a new foundation. I think this would be great for all skin types, even oily skin or dry skin. I think that it's really well balanced. So if you have oily skin, you're still going to like this because it's going to wear really well and it's not going to look like too dewy or shiny. But if you have dry skin, you're going to like this because it gives that soft, radiant finish. Now, I wouldn't say that this is like ultra hydrating in that sense, but I think that it just wears beautifully and it will work for most skin types. So give this a try if you haven't. I love this one. Okay, let's jump over to 2 eyeshadow crayons that I have been loving. I wore these when I was in Montana back in October. Yeah, early October. I went to Montana for a business conference and I kept my makeup simple. In fact, I just took my Trish McEvoy planner. I didn't pack a bunch of makeup. And this was all that I wore on my eyes. It's what I have on my eyes right now. And I love the way that it looks. It is so easy. So it's just these 2 eyeshadow sticks. And it says eyeshadow sticks and liner. One shade is the shade Rose Quartz. And it's this really pretty light kind of rose gold shade, peachy rose gold shade. It kind of doesn't contrast too much for my skin, but it gives a little bit of shimmer. So I'll take this one and I'll apply it all in the inner corner and the center of my lid. Then just take a brush or even your finger and just kind of blend out the edges. Then this shade here, which is Topaz. And this one is really beautiful, you guys. It's a very pretty like shimmer bronze without being too warm or too gray. Look at that. It's so beautiful. And I'll just kind of scribble this on the outer corner from my lower lash line up to my crease, kind of scribble it on the outer half of my lid. Then I'll just take a brush and blend out the edges so that I kind of blend the 2 shades together. And that's it. I don't use any other shadow. I don't use any other shadow sticks. I just use these 2 and I love the way that it looks. I'll even take this and I will run it on my lower lash line to work as eyeliner. It's what I have on today. So quick, so easy, very long wearing, very creamy and blendable, but once it sets, it stays in place and it doesn't crease or smudge or move around. Now, I wouldn't actually recommend putting shadow on top of these, so don't use these as like eye primers, really use them as shadows themselves. If you, when I wore it in Montana one morning, I applied it in the morning, we had a full day of conference, and then we were going out to dinner that night. And my eyeshadow looked good, but it did look like I could touch it up a little bit. And instead of just taking more of this and kind of blending it on and using my finger, which is probably what I should have done, I took a powder eyeshadow and I tried to put it on top, and I didn't really love the way that looked. So if you're going to touch up or apply more later, just stick to these and grab these and apply more to touch up. But they truly wear all day. I mean, I think at that point I had had them on for probably 12 hours or so. So they're really beautiful, these particular shades. And the formula is really nice. I hadn't used many Trish McEvoy eyeshadow crayons in the past. You know, Bobbi Brown makes my favorite formula, but these are just as creamy and I shouldn't say just, they're almost as creamy and as nice as Bobbi Brown. They're really good, really high quality, but the color is beautiful. Okay, you guys, let's jump over to a hair care product. So Kerastase, they have these glazed drops. This is like a hair oil, but it's very lightweight. There is a strong scent to it. I love it. It smells really nice to me, but if you're someone that doesn't like a lot of like scent to your hair products, this will probably be too strong for you, but they're very lightweight little drops. Very lightweight. I just do a couple, maybe 3 or 4. Oh, look at that. Very lightweight. And then I'll just run it through the ends of my hair. Like after I wash my hair. I try and get away with washing my hair every 4 days. So I try not to put a lot of heavy product in my hair because I don't want to wash it more than that. And I like this because it's an oil, but very light. And I will just really focus it on the ends. And do you see that shine that it gives right away? It's really, really nice. So if you're looking for a good lightweight hair oil that smells incredible, I think you will like this one. Okay, you guys, we are gonna hop over to fashion. I have a few pieces here and then we're gonna hop back into makeup just to kind of mix it up. Okay, I have two pairs of shoes to share with you guys that I think are perfect for fall, okay? So first I wanna share with you these Paige little kitten heel shoes. I've got a few pairs of closed-toed heels, but I wanted them to be comfortable. I'm so over buying heels that look really nice but that are too high because I find myself never ever wanting to wear them ever. So I think I'm over the 3 or 4 inches. I just don't think I think that time in my life has passed and I'm fine with it, you guys. But these are so beautiful. They are that leopard print, but I love how dark they are. You know, they're very neutral. I think this is a great way to like elevate or dress up a very kind of more simple or classic look. They have a nice kind of wide space here if you have a wider foot like I do. They've got good support and yeah, I can wear these, you know, for hours and they not bother me at all. And they're so easy and neutral to wear, which I love. I also bought a pair of Veronica Beard leopard, which are completely opposite. They're a little brighter and kind of more of that like contrasty leopard where it's like a light camel, a light blonde and black, where this is more like chocolate brown and black. So I really, really love these. Highly recommend. Okay, and then I wanted to share this pair from Dolce Vita. Look at these. Aren't they pretty? These are wider and the toe extends, so there's a lot of room. If you have a wider foot or you don't like your feet to be crammed, these are nice and they're super comfortable too. Look at this tiny little heel. They slip on, so there's no strap here on the back, but they don't like slide off my feet like flip-flops like some of them do. I love the color of this. It's this really beautiful camel color for fall, but it's not as like orangey as some camel colors or too light. I feel like it's a good, unique color. It also has some support in here. This is really cushiony. There's a lot of support, very, very comfortable. And these I feel like you can wear with everything. They really are just a great shoe to elevate jeans and a blazer or jeans and a white top. You know, anytime you want to dress up a more of a casual outfit, just throw on a pair of like little kitten heels and a blazer and you're good to go. So I love, love, love these. The Paiges are a little bit of a splurge. The Dolce Vitas are a more accessible price point. I love Dolce Vita shoes. I have so many of them. They're really great at coming out with like trend shoes at more reasonable and affordable prices. And every pair that I have from Dolce Vita is very comfortable. So really love these. I will link everything, by the way, in YouTube shopping so you guys can shop them real easily on the video. And then I'll also link them in the description box as well. Okay, you guys, one more fashion item, then we're gonna jump back into makeup, you guys. I'm gonna pull it off the hanger. And this is my go-to blazer for travel days, you guys. This is from Cinq. And this little hoodie is actually like built in. You can't detach it like you can with some other blazers. Some other blazers have the option to detach and remove this, which is nice. This one's actually just built in. So it has this little gray hoodie for a little bit more of a casual look, but you still have a blazer, right? This is a crop version for petites. It's so great. I actually bought this in the original length a couple years ago, and I am so upset with myself because this is also an investment piece. I don't think I've worn that other one time. It's been sitting in my closet for years because it's too long. I probably need to get on Poshmark and try and sell it. But I saw this one in store. It's the same blazer, but it's for petite, so it's a shorter length. They also have it in a cream white color with a cream white hoodie, which is beautiful. I kind of want that one. I'm gonna put on my Christmas list. I'm wearing a size 2 in this, and it's nice because I have a little bit of room. I put the size 0 on and I could definitely make that work, but I wanted a little bit of room. I felt like the 2 gave me that room, but still didn't look too big. I love this. I take this on a plane with me every time I travel because it's just, I'm always cold on airports and on a plane, and it's removable. It's easy to layer it. I love it. So it's a really great way to kind of elevate with the blazer, but still be casual. You can wear this with jeans and a sneaker. It's very easy to wear, even just a white t-shirt or a white tank underneath it. Love, love, love. Okay, let's jump back into some makeup. So this palette I've been talking about for a little while. I splurged on this a couple months ago. This is the new Hourglass face palette, and this is the Ambient Lighting Edit Unlocked Deer. This is the Deer one. They come in 3 different shades, and this is like the lightest of the 3 that it comes in. I love this, you guys. I think Hourglass ambient powders are some of the most beautiful powders, especially for more mature or textured skin. It gives the most beautiful, like, finish to the skin, right? Without looking powdered or dry. It gives a little bit of a radiance, very subtle. Today I mixed these 2 shades for my blush, and that was what I used with the N20. So I just mixed these 2 together, and then I just applied it to the cheeks. It gives you a lot of control. You can really sheer these out, or you can build up for more color. They do have a little bit of radiance. Do you see how the light reflects off of it, and it gives a little bit of a glow and a highlight without being a heavy shimmer or a frost. These are so, so nice. There's a bronzy shade in here as well, and then we have have like a highlight shade, a little bit more of a skin tone shade, and a little bit of a highlight shade. So I love this palette. It was a splurge. Nikki used this on me when she did my makeup in LA. I think she used this one. She might have used like the darker one. I'm not sure, but I remember seeing her use this. And every time Nikki does my makeup, I always end up going to Sephora and buying like half of what she used. So I was kind of influenced by her to buy this, but they truly are beautiful. It is special. It is a bit of a splurge, but I love it. I'm happy with my purchase. I also love that there's a full size mirror on here. So you can take this when you travel and you've got your bronzer, your finishing powder, and your blush and your highlight. So even though it's large, it does offer kind of like, 4 or 5 products in one, but I love this. Okay, let's pop into the St. Jane Starflower Serum. This is my second bottle. I just got this. This is a niacinamide serum that you apply after you cleanse your skin before your moisturizer. So think of it as like your hyaluronic acid serum. It's a lightweight serum to add some extra hydration before you go in and layer in with your cream or your moisturizer. It gives a really beautiful radiant glow to the skin. Now, there are so many hyaluronic serums that I love. This is just kind of what I'm loving right now, you guys. This leaves a really pretty glow to the skin. And actually, I'm going to put it on this hand because I've got that eyeshadow there. It gives a really pretty kind of radiant glow to the skin. It's lightweight, so it's very easy to layer. It's also a great product to prep for your skin for makeup. So if you've applied your skincare in the morning and then you're going to go and apply makeup later and you just want to rehydrate the skin, this is really nice and lightweight. It's so beautiful. It's also an Allure Best in Beauty winner. So I love St. Jane skincare. I love their phytomucin cream. That's really nice as well. And I love their SPF 30. I wish it had a higher SPF, but it has an SPF 30 and I love the texture of it. It's like blurring and pore smoothing, so that's really nice too. But this has made its way back into my routine. I used up a full bottle and then I was out of it for a little while, but it is back and I love it. Okay, you guys, last fashion item I have to share is this top from Quince. I've talked about this in a few favorites recently. I just love this. So I have it in ivory. I also have it in gray. It's machine washable. I will literally throw this in the machine and wash it and just let it flat air dry. It's cashmere. It's so nice. If you're not familiar with Quince, they're really known for making like luxury items at more affordable prices. So I have a few things from them and I really think that everything I've purchased from them does definitely feel more expensive than it actually was. So I love these. In Texas, it's like cold for like maybe 30, 60 days out of the entire year. So this is kind of like my transitional fall to winter kind of pieces. And then I'll just throw a jacket if I need it. But we could wake up in the morning to 40 degrees and then we could be 90 by the afternoon. So you never really see me investing in a lot of like long outerwear or heavy long sleeve sweaters. This is kind of like my fall wardrobe. There are pieces like this that are a little more warmer, but I can layer if it's actually cold outside and I need to. Okay, you guys, we are almost done. If you are still with me, drop a comment down below and let me know. I know sometimes my favorites videos can run long. I appreciate you for just being here, period. But if you really stick to the end, you are my people. Okay, let's talk about this eye brightener from Trish McEvoy. This is the Instant Eye Lift. This is not a new product. I've actually used this product for years. But again, I mentioned I took my Trish McEvoy planner with me to Montana, and this is in that planner. So this is a product that just lives there. I don't remove it and use it. I just keep it in that planner. So when I use the planner, I use this. And during that week when I was in Montana, I fell back in love with this product. So this is like an eye brightener. You could use it as concealer if you don't have really dark circles. This might just be all you need for concealer, but I like to put a little bit of this right in the inner corner and just like right here, and then I'll go in and I'll mix a concealer with it. It's a brightener. It's also a color corrector. There's a little bit of a peach tone to it, a little peachy pink tone. So it's going to neutralize like blue or green or purple like undertones under the eyes. I've been talking about this a lot lately in my videos, but I definitely have noticed even just over the last few months, like the under eye area for me, I mean, it's always been darker, but now it's like darker and more hollow. And I really feel like, and I've heard from people telling me this, like as you get older, those under eyes just get darker and more hollow, and I really feel like I notice it. So I feel like my under eyes need a little extra care than they ever did before, and they just need a little more camouflaging than I ever have before. And I love this. It's a very lightweight too, so it doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't magnify texture. It's a really easy product to layer with concealer. You can also use this for a highlight if you want. If you are like my skin tone or a little bit darker, this would be a really great highlight to use on the skin to highlight any areas of the face. It's really nice. Okay, you guys, let's talk about this liner from Tarte. This is making its way back into favorites. It's been in a favorites before. These are the Smolder Eyes. They're like eyeshadow sticks. So they're not necessarily thin like an eyeliner, but they're not as large as an eyeshadow stick or crayon. I mean, they kind of look like a crayon, but it's more of a liner versus an eyeshadow stick. That makes sense? This is the shade, what shade is this? This is the one I love. It's the shade Sultry. It's a bronze shade. I have it on today. Look at how pretty that is. Isn't that pretty? So pretty. I love this. It's a thicker eyeliner than a typical like thin kohl pencil, but it's very easy to work with. I also love that it has a smudger on the back, and the smudger is not super stiff. You can actually bend it and move it. So I actually would use this to smudge out or fine tune a line. They come in a ton of colors. Sultry is my favorite. It's a neutral bronze. Okay, I've just got 2 more products to share, you guys. Let's talk about this lipstick. I am wearing this shade. This is from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this is her matte lipstick in the shade Peony. This is what it looks like. It's a really pretty pink. It's matte, but it's very blurring. It's a very soft, creamy, highly pigmented matte lipstick. It doesn't feel overly dry, but it definitely doesn't feel like hydrating or creamy. So if you have really dry lips, I actually have dry lips, it doesn't bother me, but if you are someone that likes more moisture in your lips, I would probably skip this formula. I would look for something a little creamier and hydrating, because this doesn't do that, but it also doesn't feel dry either. Super pigmented, it blurs, it smooths out texture on the lips. The color really does last like for hours and hours and hours on me. If you pair it with a lip liner, you'll get a little bit more longevity, but for a general lipstick, the stain power is really nice. And I love this color. I think it's a really pretty color for fall. It's like a nice pink, but that matte quality makes it a little bit more fall-like. And I just love how it smooths out the lips. So even though it's not a gloss or shine, it will make the lips look a little bit more fuller if you have a lot of texture or lines on your lips, because when you fill in those lines and smooth them out, it's going to give the illusion of more volume to your lips. So I really love this. I also love the shade Taupe Beige from this collection. This is the satin lipstick, but this is the shade Taupe Beige. If you want more of like a kind of rosy nude, it's a little bit lighter. And this one is a little bit more hydrating because the formula is a satin versus this one, which is matte. So it's going to have a little shine, but it's not glossy at all. But overall, I really love these lipsticks from Anastasia Beverly Hills. Really nice. I hadn't really purchased or used many of her lipsticks in the past, and I've been on a kick with these 2 lately. Okay, you guys, my last product, you've heard me talk about this for a while now, you guys, but it truly is a favorite and I love it. It's the Christian Dior Powder Bronzer, and this is the shade 10 Soft Matte, the Dior Forever. I love it. What can I say about it that I haven't already said? I think I've said it all, but it's just a nice, pretty, like silky, velvety texture. I love the color of it. It's warm. It gives that really sun-kissed golden glow to the skin without looking too orange. I just love the way that it warms up the skin. It's so easy to blend out. I have used this with dense brushes. Today I used it with the N18. I've also used it with soft, fluffy brushes like the 104. It just applies beautifully and consistently with every single brush that I use. It's a very beautiful, beautiful formula, very high quality. I say this almost every time I mention this, but it does remind me a lot of the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. So if you want a product similar to this, but you don't want to splurge on the price point of this, then I would pick up the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. That one also is very nice. This does have a strong scent to it, similar to the Physicians Formula. So I love this. It's so good. So, so good. This is like my favorite powder bronzer. I love it. I'm about to hit pan on it. That wraps up today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I always love sitting down with you guys and sharing my favorites. I'm going to have all the products tagged in YouTube Shopping. I'll also have them listed in the description box. Again, I'm going to link to the Skims Soft Lounge Sleep Set and to Google Holiday 100 in the description box. So check that out, you guys. If you are looking for the perfect holiday gift, Google Holiday 100 will help you, I promise. And thank you for watching this video and supporting my channel. I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.